Alright, what's going on, y'all? I'm Kaj. Welcome back to another video. Today is another Apex video, but it's a little bit different. I did this video about maybe like 6 months ago. I think it was like season 6, and I did this ranking every single map that's been in the game, every version from the very first Kings Canyon all the way to now, which is Kings Canyon again. Kind of weird how that works, but yeah, all 8 different versions of the maps. Like I'm gonna put them all in a tier list. I'm not gonna do like this one's first, this one's second, because like that's just all, it's just all opinion. This is just my opinion. So if you like one map more than a different one, it's all good. Like you can just leave, or you can let me know what your favorite maps are in the comments down below. Let's try to get 10 likes in this video and subscribe if you're trying to see more. And with all that said, let's start with the first ranking. So first off, we have the season 1 / pre-season version of Kings Canyon. This is, in my opinion, it's the best Kings Canyon off the simple fact that it is the biggest one. In the season 2 is actually, no, season 2 is the same size because they didn't cut anything off yet, but the 5 and season 8 versions both have not Kings Canyon, they both have Skull Town and they have Thunderdome cut off from the map. Season 5 and 8 do have a rig, and then 8 has Crash Site, and they replaced some lakes with spotted lakes, but Crash Site obviously is not nearly as big as Skull Town and Thunderdome combined, also with that little side town area that they took out. There are 2 of them actually, 2 really small towns right next to each other. So is it a perfect map? No, because the third parties were still terrible, but it's also the best Kings Canyon. So to me, it's an A tier map, and I think it just had a lot more fun POIs, in my opinion at least. And season 2 Kings Canyon, I think it just, the POIs that were replaced, I don't think it was worth it, but it was a good change of pace at the time. I get why they did it, but to me, I would say that it's B tier. Yeah, I'd say it's B tier. Now, season 3, this is where they brought in World's Edge. This is big POIs like Capital City, that's now called Fragment, but Capital City, Sorting Factory, Train Yard, Skyhook, all those forests are there at this time. There's the train that went around the map, but it was like the oh no, there were vaults too, but it was like the it's like a moving hotspot almost. But yeah, season 3 World's Edge, I don't think it's the best, but I definitely think, objectively, I think World's Edge is the best map, even if it's not what I have the most fun on. But I think I'm gonna say it's A tier. Now the first, season 4, I think this is our first S tier map, just because Capital City, before it got split in half, it was nice looking. It was like a good layout of the map, but the third parties on it were like, it was like a less fun Skull Town to me. And when they split it in half, like the flow of that entire city area was just so much better. Now there is Harvester, which is a iffy spot. Not too many people like Harvester like that. But also in Train Yard, they had the carriages up top, which are always super annoying in the season 3 World's Edge. And you couldn't get up there unless you had a Pathfinder, or you were just spawning from the dropship and you could land on it from the top. Because like this is season 3, there's no horizon to get you up there. And once you get up there, maybe you have like a Wraith portal to get you up and down. But besides that, it was, if you can get up there in the end game, like you were set. No one was gonna test you. It was ridiculous, honestly. But yeah, season 4 they added zip lines going up to the top of the carriages, and then on the other side there's that massive building on the left side of the Train Yard where you could get close to it, but you couldn't really jump into them at first. Season 4 they added boxes so you could get into the carriages on both sides. Excuse me. You can get into it on both sides, making just more of like a even playing field for getting the carriages. Everyone has access to the high ground. It's just about who can get there first at the right time, not just do you have Pathfinder, or is there a Pathfinder zipline sitting there. That was like the only way to get up there first. So yeah, that's why I have That's why I have season 4 at the S tier. But season 5, Kings Canyon, is the worst Kings Canyon. And I don't think this is too controversial. This was probably the season I played the least. Either this one or 6. They were both. This was both during, you know, that one thing that's going around the world that the US is still currently in. So it wasn't supposed to be the greatest season, but it was a change. I don't think there is a D tier map, honestly. I don't think any map is that bad, but this is definitely the worst map that we've seen in the 8 seasons of Apex in this 2 years. And yeah, I don't think that one's gonna be too tough a decision for anybody. Like, what's the worst map? Season 5, Kings Canyon. I think that's just set in stone at this point. Season 6, World's Edge. This is where they added the launch site. They added the place in between Train Yard and Skyhook, kind of. It was in that area. They added. There's essentially about 3 POIs, 3 or 4 major to mini POIs based around like this rocket launch, because that was the big thing of season 6. Excuse me again, yeah. But yeah, season 6 was supposed to be the season where you go to Olympus, the season 7 map, but because of that one thing that went around, that had to get delayed. The devs were at home working, and it was just, people were complaining so much, but I just could never understand why people were complaining so much, because like, all the people complaining, they didn't even think once about the devs working from home, having to transfer all their work from an office to their homes and not being able to work like right next to each other. It's probably all on Zoom. I don't know how it works. I'm not a developer, but I cut them some slack. Season 5 and 6 weren't the best seasons, but they did what they could. I'd say it's A tier. It's still, World's Edge is just, it's a really good map, so I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's a Kings Canyon season 2 level. Like, I still have fun on that map. It is the current World's Edge. Yeah, the current maps right now are 6 through 8. So all the maps are in rotation. Well, actually, World's Edge isn't in rotation right now, but if it was, it would be season 6, World's Edge. It would be Olympus. There's only one version of Olympus. So there's technically 2 because of Pathfinder's takeover, but that's beside the point. There's that takeover, and there is the season 8 Kings Canyon. Those are the 3 current maps. So out of the current maps, I'd say, yeah, season 6 is A tier. I would put, personally, a lot of people do not like Olympus, and after playing ranked on it, I actually had a lot of fun on it. Like, whether it was pub or ranked, I have fun on playing on Olympus. And I'm solo queuing, which is, solo queue Apex is not usually a great experience. So the fact that I have fun on this map is a lot for me. So I don't think it's the best ranked map is the problem. I think I want to put an S tier. I really do like this map a lot, but just putting in the general consensus as well, I'll leave it in A tier for now. I might move it stuff around later at the end once I put in this last Kings Canyon version, but we'll see. So yeah, this is the last version of Kings Canyon. This is the 4th, right? Yeah, this is the 4th version of Kings Canyon. Hopefully the last for a while. They got to update Olympus next season. They're probably going to do a new map it's got new maps in season 3, 7. So I'm assuming they're going to update Olympus, then phase out Kings Canyon and bring in a new map, or update World's Edge one last time, which would be kind of weird. I feel like too many versions of a map, it like gets a little repetitive, need something new, but we'll see when we get a new map. Let me know what season you think we get a new map in, whether it be season 10, 11, if you think it's the next season for some reason. I really doubt that, but hey, it's all opinions, nothing too serious. But I did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that at all. I would say this Kings Canyon is better than 2. Well, actually, pubs wise, it's more fun to me than season 2, but ranked, it's like the after effects of season 5. I'm gonna put this one in B tier because it's too small. Like, the third parties on this map are so terrible. If you shoot one person, 8 teams will pounce on you depending on where you're at. Like, if you're in the middle, if you're in market, if you're in those tunnels near market, if you know what I'm talking about, I'll try to put a picture up on screen, but if you are in those tunnels, you will not make it out alive. If you start the fight in there, it's very unlikely because it is a terrible place to fight. You can get third partied so easily. And now with the 30-30 in the game, there's even more long range fights. You got hemlocks firing at you, 30-30s, charge rifles, sentinels, G7s. Like, oh yeah, it is bad. But yeah, I don't think there is a D tier map. This is the final ranking. I want to put Olympus in S tier, but I just don't think that's right. I think this, in my opinion, season 4 had the best map. Even if season 4 overall was just it was a cool season. I didn't hate it. But yeah, let me know your rankings in the comments. What you would change. Maybe you have a completely different preference than me, which is perfectly fine. I'd love to know what you guys think. And yeah, so final rankings, season 4 is S tier. In A tier, we have the preseason slash season 1, 3, 6, and 7. So that's Kings Canyon, World's Edge Original, World's Edge V3, and Olympus. In B tier, we have season 2 and 8. That's Kings Canyon V2 and 4. And then the only C tier map is season 5, which is the third version of Kings Canyon. All right, so yeah, again, this is just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And I think I might do a tier list on other things. I could do the legends. I think that's been done a lot of times, so, but we'll see. Maybe I could do, this is just off the top of my head. I would also not the weapons. I feel like that's very overdone. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else I could rank, but until then, I will see you in the next video. Peace.